Hey! In this tutorial I would like to show you about all the materials we are using. The tutorial is divided into simple chapters according to all the materials. So we will cover the paper, water, the brush and of course the paint. So take your blank sheet of paper, and then the paper has two sides and you need the smoother area. Now, the first and most important step. We need your brush, we need the water, and we start by wetting the brush, turning it around in the water. Wet your brush and use the top corner of your paper to wet it slightly. If you would look at the paper from the side, you can see that it is shiny. Now do it again. And dry your brush even further. Go over the paper and try to find such a way that not the entire part is shiny. So that is how we vary with the amount of water on your brush. But we also need some paint in, of course. So let's start with some blue. Wet your brush the same way and start to reactivate some paint. The first thing people would often do when they first start painting with watercolor is go right into the center of the paint. But the pigment is so saturated that you just need to use the side of the little dot that you have. Then what you want to do is make sure that your brush is entirely filled with this mixture of your water and paint. Now, just give it a go. Go to your paper straight away. If your brush flows nicely, then you have a good consistency. If your brush, like it would go now, is a little dry, you might want some more water in your ratio, in your brush. So we re-wet the brush. We go in again, and we would start painting a bit more. Go ahead, give it a try. I hope that was already a good start. So now let's get used to your brush and the combination with the paper. I'd like for you to make some test strokes. This is not something very hard. It's just something to try. So make thick strokes, thin strokes, curvy strokes. Try to vary with the amount of water in your brush. And try to add some pigment later on. I'll show you how I do this. Be sure to leave this area of your paper free. Here we go. We'll take the same blue. And with the technique that I just explained, we make sure that our brush is saturated with paint and water. And here we go. We press hard and soft and hard and soft. We make curves. Let's try to paint a little circle. What if we would add some paint to the circle here, just in the corner? Whenever your brush gets too dry, take some extra water. Let's test some more. Let's make a very thin stroke. Or let's go over something that is already dried. Some things you might want to notice are that when one color overlaps the other, the intensity is twice the intensity. You can also see that when working wet in wet, that is when you add some paint to an already wet surface, that the paint mixes in a very interesting way. You can also tell that where you press harder on the brush, that there is a collection of pigment here. That's nice, right? Already so much in just a few brush strokes. Let's continue to mixing some colors now.